Before we begin, write this in the comments. I choose calm. Don't write it for me. Write it as a commitment to yourself. There is a version of you that has already stopped panicking. He exists somewhere ahead of you, watching the version who is still reacting to every insult, every delay, every uncertain outcome. And the strange truth is this: he did not get there by becoming stronger, faster, or more aggressive. He got there by becoming quiet. Most people believe success is built through intensity, louder ambition, faster reactions, constant urgency, but somewhere along the way they mistake motion for progress and noise for power. Marcus Aurelius did not rule an empire through panic. Seneca did not counsel emperors through anxiety. Their power came from somewhere else entirely, a place most people never learn to access. Because calm is not the absence of ambition. Calm is the foundation ambition stands on. And once you understand what calm actually does to your mind, you will never chase success the same way again. Picture two people receiving the same devastating news. The same job loss. The same betrayal. The same unexpected collapse. One reacts instantly, voice raised, decisions made in anger, energy wasted on things that cannot be changed. The other pauses, breathes, thinks before responding. Outwardly, the circumstances are identical. Inwardly, they are worlds apart. What separates them? It is not intelligence. It is not luck. It is not even experience. Something deeper is happening beneath the surface, something most people never notice until it is too late. This difference does not just decide how they feel in that moment. It decides who they become over the next 10 years. And by the end of this video, you will understand exactly what that difference is. What follows are not motivational statements meant to inspire you for an afternoon. These are principles tested by philosophers who faced exile, execution, and loss, and still remained composed. They are not theories. They are instructions for how to think when life refuses to cooperate. But there is one lesson near the end of this video that changes how all the others function. A realization most people never reach, even after years of trying to feel better. Let's begin where every transformation begins. Inside the mind. The first principle is simple to say and difficult to live. Your mind is not a mirror reflecting the world exactly as it is. It is a lens, and that lens can be clear or distorted. Two people can stand in the same storm. One sees only destruction. The other sees a storm passing through, temporary, survivable. Nothing external changed. Only the lens did. Epictetus taught that people are disturbed not by events themselves, but by the meaning they assign to them. This sounds obvious until you apply it to your own life, to the comment that ruined your morning, the delay that ruined your week, the rejection that ruined your confidence. None of those things touched you directly. Your interpretation did. And here is what most people never notice. If perception shapes suffering, then perception can also dissolve it. Not by pretending problems don't exist, but by refusing to let the mind exaggerate them. Once you see this clearly, a harder question appears. If your mind creates so much of your suffering, how much of what you're fighting was ever really yours to fight? That question leads to the second principle, and it is where most people waste their entire lives' control. Think about how much energy disappears each day into things you cannot change. Someone else's opinion of you, a decision already made by another person, the past which cannot be edited no matter how many times you replay it. All of this energy, spent on outcomes you never controlled to begin with. The Stoics divided life into two categories: what is within your power and what is not. Your judgments, your effort, your responses, these are yours. Everything else ultimately is not. This is not surrender, it is precision. Imagine holding a rope attached to nothing, pulling with everything you have, exhausted and never noticing the rope was never connected to anything at all. That is what worry feels like when it's aimed at things outside your control. Release that rope and something strange happens. The energy you were wasting becomes available again for the one thing that was always yours to shape: how you respond next. But responding well requires something most people lose the moment stress arrives: clarity. Fear does to the mind what fog does to a road at night. The path may still be there. Options may still exist, but you cannot see them. Anxiety convinces you that the situation is worse, more permanent, more dangerous than it actually is. It removes possibilities from view without removing them from existence. This is why panicked decisions so often become regretted decisions, not because the person was foolish, but because they were deciding inside fog. Calm does not remove the obstacle. It removes the fog. It restores your ability to see the road that was always there. Have you ever noticed how a problem that felt unbearable at midnight looked completely different by morning? Nothing about the problem changed. Your state of mind did. This is not a coincidence. It is a pattern. And once you recognize the pattern, a new question becomes unavoidable if calm restores your ability to see clearly. What does panic actually cost you in the moments that matter most? It costs you the space between what happens to you and how you answer it. That space is where your power actually lives. Someone insults you. Someone betrays your trust. Someone disrespects you publicly. In that instant, it feels as though your reaction is automatic, forced, inevitable. But Viktor Frankl, drawing from Stoic thought, observed something profound between the event and your response. There is a gap. Small, often invisible, but real. Inside that gap is your freedom. Most people surrender that space instantly. They let the insult decide their mood. They let the betrayal decide their next 10 decisions. Who is really in control when someone else's sentence can ruin your entire day? The Stoic does not deny the pain of provocation. He simply refuses to hand over authorship of his response. This is not weakness. Most people think restraint is passive. It is actually the most active choice available because reacting is easy and immediate. Responding with intention is earned. And once you claim that space consistently, you stop being a character reacting to your life. You become the author of it. Being the author of your life does not mean the storms stop coming. It means you stop being uprooted by them. Picture an old tree standing through a violent storm. The wind is real. The danger is real. Branches bend, some may even break. But the roots hold because they were grown deep long before the storm arrived. This is what inner stability actually looks like, not the absence of difficulty, but the presence of something unshaken beneath it. Marcus Aurelius ruled during plague, war, and betrayal, and still wrote that the obstacle in the path becomes the path itself. He was not describing comfort. He was describing endurance built from the inside. Peace in this sense is not a feeling reserved for easy seasons. It is a structure you build so that hard seasons do not collapse you. And this raises an important, often avoided question. Do you build those roots during the storm when it's already too late, or somewhere else, somewhere quieter, long before the wind ever arrives? You build them in preparation, and this is where most people misunderstand calm entirely. They assume it appears naturally in the moment it's needed. It doesn't. A firefighter does not discover composure inside a burning building. He trained for it repeatedly in conditions designed to simulate chaos, until his nervous system learned what to do when panic would otherwise take over. Calm under pressure is not a personality trait. It is a rehearsed response. This means your ordinary days, the small frustrations, the minor delays, the irritating comments are not distractions from your growth. They are training grounds for it. Try this. The next time something minor disrupts your peace, pause for 3 seconds before responding. Not to suppress the emotion, but to observe it before acting on it. This single habit, repeated daily, becomes the foundation your composure will stand on when the real crisis arrives. Because the way you handle small provocations today quietly determines how you'll handle the defining moment of your life tomorrow. And that moment always arrives sooner than expected. Eventually, that composure collides with a question most successful people avoid asking. What is success actually for? Many spend decades chasing achievement, convinced that arrival will finally deliver peace. Then they arrive and the peace never comes. They simply find a new target, a new comparison, a new form of dissatisfaction wearing a better suit. This is achievement without mastery, external victory paired with internal unrest. The Stoics warned against this centuries ago. Seneca, wealthy and influential, wrote more about restraint than about ambition, because he understood something uncomfortable. Chasing results without discipline over your own mind creates a success that owns you, rather than one you own. Ambition itself is not the danger. Enslavement to outcomes is. True success in the Stoic sense is not the size of what you've built. It is whether you remain yourself while building it. So ask honestly, if you achieved everything you're chasing right now, but lost your composure, your integrity, your peace along the way, would you actually call that success? Or simply a different kind of loss? That question changes how you treat the people around you. Because calm does not remain private. It moves. Walk into a room with someone visibly anxious and the room absorbs that tension. Walk into a room with someone genuinely composed and something settles even if no one can explain why. This is emotional contagion. And it is not metaphorical, it is observable in families, in teams, in friendships, strained by unpredictability. The parent who stays composed during crisis becomes the anchor their children remember for life. The colleague who remains level-headed during conflict becomes the person others quietly trust with responsibility. This is where self-mastery stops being personal and becomes something closer to leadership, even without a title. You are not just regulating your own mind anymore. You are shaping the emotional atmosphere of everyone who stands near you. And that, more than any achievement, is what people remember when they describe your character after you're gone. So return to where this began: two people. The same devastating circumstance, one shattered, one composed. The difference was never the event. It was never luck, and it was never intelligence. It was the mind meeting the moment. Your circumstances may not change tomorrow. The delay, the rejection, the uncertainty, some of it may remain exactly as difficult as it is today. But you are no longer the same person meeting it. You cannot control everything that happens to you. You were never meant to. But you can control who you become while it happens, and that has always been enough. If this found you at the right moment, let it stay with you. Like this video, share it with someone carrying more than they show, and subscribe to Anonymous Achiever. Some lessons are only understood once. Make sure this is the time.